Hello, 6th graders. I'm Mrs. Gochin, the Media Specialist at William Annan. Before you continue with your researching today, we need to talk about citations. If you remember from English, we said that a citation is the information that identifies a specific source you have used to get information on your research topic. That could be a database article, a web page, an eBook, which we've been using, or some other source. So why do we have to write citation information and identify our sources? There are 4 reasons, but 2 most important reasons, and they are to acknowledge or give credit to the author and source you used. You want to acknowledge people's work that you've used in your research, and to avoid plagiarism. So people don't think you are claiming to be the original creator of the information. They know where you got it from. In addition, there are 2 other reasons that are useful to you. One is so that your audience can verify where you got your information from, and so you know what sources to go back to if you need more information or you need to check on a note you took that you're not sure about. So far, we have used one source, an eBook from the Gale Virtual Reference Library database, as a research source. So now we need to identify the citation information for that. Turn now to the yellow sheet in your research packet. It should look like this. And go to your eBook article that you saved in your Google Drive. Remember that the file will be in the folder Gale Virtual Reference Library that the database created in your My Drive. Pause this video until you are ready to continue. This yellow sheet is your citation information sheet for this research project. Any source you use to answer your element questions should be identified on this yellow sheet, so you are giving credit for the sources and the authors that you used, and so you won't be plagiarizing. Now we will identify the citation information for the Gale Virtual Reference Library eBook you are using. Here is my article right here. I used gold as my example. The eBook citation information should be filled out in section number 1, Nonfiction or Reference eBook, because that's the kind of source it is. Since this is a book from a database, we will need to locate information to identify the book and the database we got it from. So if we look in our article, all this information at the top here is our citation information. The first field that we need is author. You may see 2 names listed, David E. Newton and Kathleen J. Edgar. David E. Newton is the author for our eBook, so you will write his name on the author field. Before Kathleen's name are the letters ED, which means editor, so she is actually the editor of the book. If we were doing a fancy citation, we would add her name, but for our simple citation, just the author is fine. The next field we need is the title of the eBook. Now this is the title of the book, not the chapter. We want to cite the whole book. And the book title is Chemical Elements. So on the field title of eBook, we will write Chemical Elements. Now if you recall, there were 3 volumes to this book, and your chapter might be in one of the volumes. So we need to identify which volume that is. Look along the top of your article where the citation info is until you see the letters VOL and then a number after them. That's your volume. That's where your chapter was. So on the title of the eBook, just add capital VOL and then the number you found. So the title of your eBook will be Chemical Elements Volume and then whatever number you found. Next, we want to fill in the publication city. If we look at our article, Detroit is the city where this ebook was originally published. So we would write Detroit. The next field is publisher. If we look on our article, and I know it doesn't look like the name of a publisher, but capital U, capital X, capital L, that is our publisher name. So on the publisher field, we'll just put UXL. All right. The publication date is right after the publisher name. So if we look, right after that, we see 2010. And for publication date, it's a book, so just a year, 2010. Now, we will all have different page numbers to fill in for the next field since we each use different chapters in the ebook. The page numbers begin with a lowercase p right after the publication date. You're going to take that whole range of page numbers, in my case 223 to 231, and that's what I'm going to write for my page numbers. 223 to 231. Look on your article and find your page numbers and then write them on the page number field. This is all the information that identifies the ebook. Now we just need to identify the database we found the ebook in. In this case, the database is called Gale Virtual Reference Library, or GVRL for short. So where it says Circle Database Platform, you want to circle GVRL. And of course, our database company name is Gale, our favorite company. So you will circle Gale. And now you have identified the database. So now we have cited our source by writing down the citation information that uniquely identifies it for anyone to find. We are being good digital citizens and researchers by acknowledging our source. Now your teacher will give you any additional directions you need to continue with your research today. Have fun, and I can't wait to see what superhero or villains you come up with.